In this video, I'm going to give you 4 workplace mental health tools you can use to improve your team's ability to self-regulate, navigate change, and balance their relationship between stress and performance. The mood elevator is a visual reference for the role of thoughts and how they affect our feelings. The theory is that we all live along the mood elevator. Different states of feeling, from gratitude, resourcefulness, and creativity at the top, to irritation, anger, and depression at the bottom. Being aware of which buttons we can press to move up or down the mood elevator enables us to spend more time on the higher floors and at the top of our game. More accountable, collaborative, creative, and open to ideas. The mood elevator also helps us to recognize the unhealthy normal in ourselves by teaching people to be more aware and pay more attention to their feelings. In practice, this could be utilized as a sign in communal areas around the workplace, so that your team members can casually check their mood and notice when they start to become impatient, worrisome, or anxious. Everyone has a stress container, and depending on its size, content, and blend of risk or protective factors, a person may be more or less susceptible to presenting with the signs or symptoms of poor mental health. Inside the stress container goes all of your concerns. This could relate to work, family, finances, kids, or past trauma. The larger the container, the more stress a person can take on. However, if the container gets too full and starts to overflow, we could be on a downward spiral towards poor mental health. To prevent this from happening, we can use helpful coping strategies to turn the tap at the bottom of the container. The strategies used to turn the tap will vary from one individual to another and change over time. What's important here is that we avoid unhelpful coping strategies, which are more likely to block the tap and prevent the individual from emptying their container. The stress container model is a stalwart of mental health first aid and will help your team members visualize their own resilience, recognize the symptoms of poor mental health, and take action before it becomes a problem. The change curve is widely utilized to help people understand their reactions to significant change or upheaval. It has been adapted from the stages of grief model brought to us by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross in the 1960s. There are numerous versions of the curve in existence, however the majority of them are consistent in their use of the following basic emotions, which are often grouped into 3 distinct transitional stages. At stage 1 of the change curve, a person's initial reaction may be shock or denial as they react to the challenge of the status quo. Once the reality of the change starts to hit, people tend to react negatively and move on to stage 2. Here they may blame others, feel angry, resist, or even protest against the upcoming changes, taking them down into the valley of despair. At this point, a person can reflect and choose to either opt out of the process or accept the change and progress along the curve. At stage 3, people stop focusing on what they've lost and start to let go. They consider testing and exploring what the changes mean, how they might adapt to embrace them, and adjust their ways of working accordingly. As a manager, being mindful of the change curve means that you can be better positioned to give your team members the support they need through personal and professional transitions. The Yerkes Dodson theory is illustrated as an inverted U-shaped curve that shows the relationship between arousal, stress, and performance. The curve suggests that there is an optimum level of arousal that maximizes performance. Everybody's window of tolerance is slightly different. It's influenced by everything from your childhood experiences, social support, coping skills, and neurobiology. Think about the nerves you feel before a driving test, exam, job interview, or business presentation. So long as you stay within your window of tolerance, you'll be able to handle the stress and stay clear-headed. At times of extreme stress, however, you could move outside of your window of tolerance into a state of hyperarousal. The sympathetic nervous system is engaged and the flight or flight response is activated. This can impede your ability to perform, as hyperarousal makes it hard to concentrate and stay calm. On the flip side, and at the other end of the spectrum, stress can also make you descend into a state of hypoarousal. Here, the parasympathetic nervous system is engaged. You may feel emotionally numb, exhausted, and lack motivation. Increasing your team's awareness of their own windows of tolerance and what they can do to widen it will improve their ability to manage stress and perform more consistently throughout the working week. If you found this video useful, consider subscribing for more news, views, hints, and tips from the world of wellbeing. And if you're a manager that wants to improve the conversation about mental health in the workplace, click or tap the screen just here.